by the times you made me cry. Feeling not quite good enough, not understanding why. I blamed you for the hell that I was in. Then I burned through my resentment till I could love again. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. When you did those things that hurt so much, you didn't have a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. I still have an angry thought or two. I don't do well with those that try to tell me what to do. But I still try to turn the other cheek. Watch me walk away, you'll know exactly what I mean. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. When they do those things that hurt so much, they haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. The more you give away, the more you have. Everyone's a mirror of some part of you. It could be anger, it could be love. Why not choose love? Haunted by the times I made you cry. I showed you the worst in me, not understanding why. But we can heal together perfectly. For love to grow between us, there's one thing that I need. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. When I do those things that hurt so much, I haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. Please forgive me, I forgive you.
summer, fall and winter came too fast. Somehow I made it, I'm wide awake, it's spring at last. If I could only bring them back, they'd still be moments from the past. It's simply beautiful to walk with open hands. Nothing to hide, nothing to grasp, nothing to break, nothing to last. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. I buried my father, so and my mother all too soon. I suffered in silence, suffered alone until June. It wasn't clear, it wasn't right. I'd hear him tell her in the night, but somewhere in the dark they huddled near a light, with nothing to fight, nothing to stress, nothing to climb, nothing to pass. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. Some seasons let us be reborn. These deep dark places where we're torn. And when they tell you that your rose still has its thorns, you've nothing to hide, nothing to test. Love brought you here, now you can rest. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose.
perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I used to fight between wrong and right, watching my fears taking over my life. But now I know why I'm here. It's perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Everybody now, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. Here we go now. I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Yeah. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. Be the answer. I am the answer.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. If you would like to learn more about the People of Diversity or POD, go to www.podpeopleofdiversity.org. And there'll be more announcements and good stuff after the message, so stay tuned.
Last week we heard from our new speaker, our Jewish representative, Leslie Zwick. She gave us a talk on kindness. Her tag up last week was Neil McNaughton. Today we will hear from our Native American representative, Will Davis, and Rob Thorworth. Next week, Wiccan Oracle will tag up with Andrew Bentham Riley. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
Hello, good people of the pod community. My name's Rob Thorworth, and as usual, we're doing a theme, kindness, this time around. I decided to do a couple cover songs this time because I thought they would better represent anything that I could write. I had some aspirations, and I started something, but it didn't really come through. So I relied on my instincts, and there is a Lori McKenna song called Humble and Kind. She's an excellent songwriter. If you don't know who she is, Lori McKenna, look her up. She's kind of like a female John Prine. Maybe, I don't know, that might be pushing it. But anyway, Tim McGraw had a huge hit with this. I believe she bought a house from the proceeds. I think it was number one. Went to number one. The other song is an old tune by the Youngbloods, which I knew about, but I just crossed my radar, and I was like, this represents kindness as well, you know. It's called Get Together. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Kindness, correct? I think so. Anyhow, these are a couple tunes that I'm doing my best at, and I hope you enjoy them today. And here are the tunes. Visit Grandpa every chance that you get. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb. Always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride, and always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb. Always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride. Always stay humble and kind. When it's hot, eat a Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sunshine always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, turn right back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. Love is but a song we sing, feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angel cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go, we will surely pass. When the one that left us here turns to us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen, people, you hold the key to love and fear, all trembling in your hand. Just one key unlocks the door. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me today. And the subject for today is kindness. And I will admit right up front, I have not thought about it very much. But I think when we look at words, we need to look at what the word means. Kind. It's got more than one meaning, actually. You can think about kind, you can think about something that is just like something else of the same kind. That's kind of neat. That's kind. All those things are there. But then when you put the NESS on the end, like kindness, then that changes it into an action word. Kindness is the act of being kind. And it's also one of the precepts of my Buddhist belief. One of the 3 pillars of Buddhism, along with compassion and mindfulness, is loving kindness. And I think kindness does denote that you have a certain amount of love for anything that's outside yourself. You know, those other people, places, and things, those nouns in our life, that greater environment out there. I had an occasion just a couple of days ago to have that be brought forward with a friend of mine who is having a lot of problems, a lot of troubles, not in themselves, but around them. And so we talked about it. And their response was to be angry. And I said, okay, so you're angry. What is that doing for you? You know, how does that make you feel when you get all this anger going? And when you're trying to think about this situation while you're angry, what happens? Because that robs us of our rational thinking. I said, have you thought about approaching it from a point of kindness? And of course, they looked at me like, okay, you're a little bit crazy, but now you're sounding crazier. And I said, well, kindness, when you think about kindness in more than just one aspect, is it's easy to be kind to people if they're in a bad situation, or the homeless person on the corner, or the person with a disability, or the child that is sick, or a person that is old, not unlike myself. It's easy to feel or have kindness toward them. But when it's something that is producing a negative response in us, how would kindness help with that? And even I thought about it for a minute, and I'm going, when you approach this from this place of kindness, you want to have the situation be satisfied or settled that would be positive and good for everyone involved. I said, of course, when it's us that are at the center of that, maybe we put more energy toward, well, I want it to turn out better for me. Maybe move away from the me, the ego self, and move away from, well, if everybody benefited, then how much better would that be? And so there, the act of kindness would be engaging in what I call compassionate listening. And then from that, engage in compassionate speech. I've written a whole little treatise on that, and maybe one of these days I'll be able to talk about it here. Because when we listen compassionately, we actually listen. We're not sitting there just looking at the person and making up a grocery list in the back of our mind at the same time. We're actually paying attention so that if a response is required, we can give one. Part of compassionate listening is to not interrupt. So the kind thing is to listen to what's coming back to you. The other part of kindness is, I know on a religious level, people talk about the giving of alms. Even within the Buddhist community, the monks have their begging bowls, their rice bowls, and they depend on the people giving to them that kindness. Not everybody has a lot to give in the material world. So when it comes to that, then the kindness can be, if I can do nothing else, I can pray about you. I can meditate about you. And I can send you as much energy as I know how. I also think I want to kind of walk into those other aspects of kindness, like of a like mind. You're my kind of person. You're my kind. But without that level of ego attached to it. I think when people do things for me, and my community does take good care of me, they come and help me out with things and this, that, and the other. And then I have this sense of doing something in kind, doing something in return for that. Not that it's required, it certainly isn't. And not that I even feel obligated. There's that part of me that's so honored that they would do that, that I want to return that to them. And of course, I can give them a beautiful painting. I can make a paper sculpture. I can just sit and listen when they need to talk. And that works. In-kind behavior. And maybe some of you are thinking behavior. Yes, in-kind behavior. When someone is behaving positively toward me, then maybe I might want to think about, I need to behave kindly toward them also, even if there's not much of a relationship there, even if there's a level of dislike. Because being a human being, and I just posted something on my social media today about that being human does not preclude being spiritual. In fact, as a spiritual person, I must also be aware of and honor my humanness. That's our purpose for being here, actually, is to experience being human. Spirituality is a choice that we make that allows us to maybe get further along the evolutionary scale toward being a better person, a better entity. And I think that when we engage in kindness, that we're kind of doing that. We're evolving. We're taking another step along the evolutionary path. And it's not so much that, first of all, I don't think we should ever feel obligated to do that, because sometimes that becomes its own kind of manipulation. I'm going to do something for you now, what are you going to do for me? We set up conditions, and I'm not sure that falls within the purveyance of kindness. I think that's just being manipulative, which I don't really believe in sin too much, but if there is sin, I think manipulation is one of the biggest ones. And people even get that word wrong, but we're not going to talk about that now. We're going to continue to talk about kindness. I'm really reaching way back there right now to do that. When you engage in an act of kindness, let me ask you to stop for just a minute and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now about that? And examine that feeling. Is the feeling just a good feeling for the fact that you could be kind and that you really wanted to? Or is it more of an ego feeling that I was kind to that person today, I've done my good deed for the day? And I've heard people say that. Separating sometimes my actions from my thoughts, and then separating myself from those two things and the outcome. I often talk about that I'm not so sure we should be so focused on the outcome as we are the process. If we know we're engaging in a good and right or proper process, then the outcome is going to be a little bit more assured. It's going to be the way we want it to be, or that something else, someplace else, or somebody else wants it to be. And so when we do those things, of course, we're going to feel good about it, and that's okay. And that's good because it's kind of like our little reward for doing something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think return is important. If we did everything for everybody all the time and we never got anything back, I think after a while we would become so drained and withered that then that would be really unhealthy. It would be life-threatening, I think. And I've seen that because as a mental health counselor, I worked with death and dying. And even in the medical field, I worked with death and dying. And without fail, most people, as they got closer and closer and closer to that moment, they felt this need to go into a state of confession. And I used to think to myself, if I'm watching myself through this journey we call life, and I know that most of what I do is for a good and right reason, then maybe I won't have such a need to go through confession at the hour of my death. And a lot of people think I'm very cavalier about that, and I am, because death doesn't really have much of a mystery for me. Been there, done that. But kindness requires some thought. It requires some motivation to, I see people donate large sums of money to different charities and this, that, and the other, but then they turn around, they want a lot of recognition for that. And when, okay, is that really being kind, or is that being kind of egoistic? I don't know. I don't live inside them. I don't experience what they experience. All I can do is observe from out here. And I can certainly be incorrect about that. And I have been. It's a matter of maybe training. For me, Buddhism is like a discipline. It's like when I took martial arts, my body became very disciplined. With Buddhism, it's more my mind and my spirit is becoming disciplined, but so is my body. And when we discipline ourselves in certain directions, I think then we can use that discipline on a whole bunch of different levels, especially when it comes to interacting with our greater environment out here, people, places, and things. It's a matter of not being afraid to step forward. Sometimes confrontation can be kind. It can be a kindness, as long as we are conscious of that. Sometimes I confront behaviors in people, and there's an art to that, because it's learning how to confront the behavior, not the person. Using a lot of you statements and this, that, and that, or you do, no. Just say, when that happens, this is how I feel. When that happens, I have this kind of concern for you. And so, to me, that's a certain kind of kindness, that you care enough to say those things, to confront the behavior. Because I know I have friends who have absolutely no problem telling me about myself, okay? And confronting me on some things. And I love them for it, because sometimes we're not always conscious of the self. We can be very conscious of all this stuff out here, but when it comes to in here, we're not always so conscious of it. Or if we are, we tend to ignore it. It's that thing about, I'd rather do for you than I would be for me. And that's never made any sense to me. Because part of kindness is like all these other things that we do. Kindness must have a genesis and origin. And since I'm the one standing there right now, I have to be that genesis, that origin of the kindness. And if I don't feel kindness, then where's it going to come from? It's like love. I can't love you if I don't love me first. Because the law of the universe says you cannot give what you do not have. So it's kind of the same with kindness. If I'm not willing to treat myself in a kind way, I'm probably not going to be real successful at treating you in a kind way, except as maybe an acting role. I can pretend to be kind, but then I'm not sure that's be really kindness now, would it? I can pretend to love you, but then what I'm giving you then is empty baskets. The basket might be useful somewhere down the road, but it's what could have been in it that was really important. So fill the basket before you give it. Fill yourself before you give it. That way, we know that what is coming to you is valuable and will be useful to you. And that's not to say that there's even some negative things that can prove to be useful. You know, it's like earlier I talked about anger. Well, you know, I wonder what would happen if we took, because anger is an incredible energy. I mean, it's a powerful energy. I wonder what would happen if when we got angry, if we took that energy and instead of wanting to be destructive about it, did something constructive with it. Like, I think a lot of people are angry about what's going on in the world right now. But if we took that energy and applied it to what can I do today that will be kind? How can I be kind to another person, place, or thing, or things, the plural of that? What can I do today that will start helping to make a difference in a more positive way? And those are questions that bear answering. They beg an answer. But only you as the individual can answer that inside yourself. Only you know what you have to give. I can only speculate. And with me, speculation's not, if I was good at speculating, I'd have won the lotto already. But it's a matter of the willingness. I think everything begins with the willingness or the need to do something, to have something be different. And it's like all the time here on these videos, on my social media, even when people come to visit me and they leave, I make sure that I say to them, I love you. And I've been confronted about that. Can you believe that? But what do you mean you love me? You can't love me. You don't even know me. I said, I don't have to know you. I just know you exist. Therefore, you're worthy of that. And I have all this love to give because I love meat all kinds of ways. Okay. And so it's a matter of willingness, lack of fear. Don't be afraid of judgments. Don't be afraid of anything. Fear is so silly, I think. Because, you know, you can only be fear isn't real. It's not real. It's only imaginary because we can only be afraid of what if. And that's like down there somewhere, you know? And even when you get there, you find out, oh, well, I don't have to be afraid of that. This imagination of ours, you know, as an artist, I can talk to you about imagination for a long time. But then when we engage in kindness, maybe also engage in a little imagination too. You know, what can I do to spice this kindness up a little bit? It's like the homeless guy, instead of giving him $30, which he's probably going to go buy alcohol with, something like that, go buy him some groceries and bring her. I did that one time. The guy got really angry at me. I'm going, I don't get it. Why would you not? Dude, I didn't need food. But then, instead of getting angry, I've got, oh no. I said, I'll tell you what, I can point you in a direction that will help you. If you want to get clean and sober, I can help you with that. If you just need a place to stay for the night, I can help you with that. Because all of a sudden I just felt this kindness toward him. Even through his anger and his disgust, I felt this kindness because there but go I. And I was there at one time. And I've talked about that pretty openly. You know, that part of my recovery was helping others. Like that 12th step of AA and NA. So kindness is one of those really important things. I think it's one of the cornerstones of our being, that just reaching out sometimes is an act of kindness. I see you. I've been using that phrase a lot lately, I see you. Because when you stop and think about it, I can just look at you, or I can actually see you. And that's what I mean when I say that, I see you. Because it's a matter of See, I'm the only person I've stuck with from birth to death. I'm the only person I have to go to bed with at night. Okay? And if I'm okay with that guy, then that affords me the latitude to be okay with you regardless of who you are or how you are. That doesn't matter to me. When people come to me for help, I don't ask them about their worthiness, okay? I don't give them a test, a worthiness test. You're worthy just by the fact that you exist, that you're here. You are worthy. And you're worthy of all those good things like love and caring and being taken care of, kindness. You're worthy of that. And all I can ask you to do is to not make your acts of kindness an ego thing. Don't look for praise. Don't look for recognition. Don't look for some kind of return. Just do it. Simply because it's going to make you feel good inside yourself. So, in closing here, let's just think about, for this coming week, maybe you would think about, I'm going to engage in 3 acts of kindness. That gives you 7 days. Piece of cake. 3 acts of kindness that you think will make a difference in your greater environment. Just do that. And maybe some of you will let me know how it went. But if not, just keep thinking about it. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I've kind of enjoyed this one a little bit, although I had no idea what I was going to talk about. Sometimes I just look up toward Creator and say, okay, you get my tongue and voice today. But be well, be happy, and remember, kindness doesn't cost anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Awesome as always. And Grandfather Will. I already knew it was going to be good because I videoed it. And it was. Thank you so much to our tech team, Philip Lupo and crew. We so appreciate you all. If you are out there in the world and you need this kind of work done, go to the contact information below, and Philip and his team will set you up, whether it's live or virtual. So. Past services are available on the People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page, or the People of Diversity YouTube channel. Now, if you want to just see ones from the last few, like the last month, you can go to Facebook if that's what you want to do. But after that, they nuke them. So, a really good way to watch past services is to go to the People of Diversity YouTube channel. And they have them cataloged on a playlist function, so you can look at either by topic. So if you want to see all the messages on kindness, or say all the messages on diversity, or all the messages on oneness, you just can search on that, and it'll bring all the different faiths up. If you want to search on a specific faith, you can do that also. So it's a really, really nice tool, and that's on the YouTube channel. We have a second broadcast on Facebook Live on Sunday evenings at 5:45. It's the morning service rebroadcast. So if you missed the morning service, or you want to share what you heard in the morning service with somebody else, send them there. Or if you just want to watch it twice, we do that quite a bit. So
You learn more the second time.
that's for sure.
Our next live event will be Monday, September 8th. At the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship Hall in Rockledge from 4:30, which is different from our normal starting time, until 8, which is also a little earlier than normal. This is a special event with our Quero priest and healer, Don Eduardo, and his wife, Don Luisa. Yeah?
Yes.
From the high Andes of Peru. This is going to be an amazing event. They will guide us on the sacred art of despacho. We'll create a living mandala of gratitude and intention to bring harmony to ourselves, our community, and the world. Oh gosh, we need this. Suggested love offering, $40, but no one will be turned away. You are welcome to bring flowers, candy, sage, and other sacred items for the altar. This will be a beautiful spiritual experience you won't forget.
Thank you.
If you or your business would like to sponsor this event or other live events, you can do that by donating the $50 rent charge that we pay. We'll give you a moment to speak if you choose to, or remain anonymous. If that's something that appeals to you, please contact Becky at newwaypod@gmail.com.
And if you are interested in perhaps sponsoring the despacho ceremony, our rent is going to be a little higher then because we're going to be there longer. So that would be a good one if you're thinking about sponsoring one. That would be a good one to help out with. So thank you. Our state today is Montana. I like this fact. In 1916, Montana was the first state ever to elect a woman to Congress. 1916, that's pretty good. So let's hold the people of Montana in our hearts and say these words together. May peace prevail in Montana. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you.
Next week, we continue our topic on kindness with Wiccan Oracle and Brother Andrew Bentham Riley from Ontario. It should be another amazing talk. Yeah, tithes and donations, offerings can be made at www.peopleofdiversity.org. And we are grateful for all of those donations, and they go to immediate use out to the people who create everything for these services. So our final piece every week is a healing circle. If you'll bring to your mind's eye everyone in your life, including yourself, who needs healing, support, love, and put them in a huge, massive circle, and just vision us all sending out love and light to each other. And as we absorb that, don't forget to include yourself and maybe even the people who are trying to run our crazy, crazy planet right now. Have a great week.
Thank you.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of